What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new series that I just felt like starting up today. And if you look at these jars, I don't know how well you can read them, honestly, because I haven't seen this on a bigger screen yet. But you can probably guess by this and the title, we're making D&D characters. And not just making D&D characters, we're going to be trying to make the most outlandish D&D characters possible through the wonderful process of randomization. Manual RNG, it's a wonderful thing. And just so we can get this out of the way, I'm using this to base my character creation rules off of. It's the player handbook for D&D. I don't know what version this is because I can't find that information in the book anywhere, but it's the most recent one in the bookstore, so I'm just going to assume it's the most current version. I think it's what, 5th edition or something? I believe it's 5th edition. Anyway, about this series. So, I figured my favorite part about D&D, and I'm relatively new to it, so go easy on me if I make a mistake, but my favorite part about D&D is making characters. And instead of just making the best characters and just be like, I'm gonna make a sage druid elf, which is what I pulled out when I was testing this out, instead of making something so bland and boring like that, we have the option of making some outlandish characters with just these 3 combinations. And what's gonna happen, and before you turn off the video saying, oh, that's weird, I'm gonna pick one of each, at random, and then from there, we're gonna be able to go onto the computer and, fill out the rest of the sheet, including a background, backstory, all that fun stuff. Because I think that's what's gonna make this really fun, is trying to make a story that makes sense. So if we have some sort of weird half-orc cleric of light that shows up with some weird charlatan backstory, we have to find some reason that even makes sense. Anyway, without further ado, oh, also, if the lighting and the sound and all that sounds really weird, I'm using what I got. And it's a new series. We're throwing it together. Add any suggestions you want, but in the comments below, and add anything else you would like to see us do, because otherwise, we don't know what you want. Anyway, let's get started. So, as you'll see, we have the races in the black lid, the classes in the white lid, for no apparent reason other than they can be, and then the backgrounds in the fluorescent pink lid, because that was the only other color I had. So, your background is defined by fluorescent pink. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and pick our race for the day. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. And it's completely random. I'm planning on doing kind of elimination, so like the next time, whatever race I pull here, I won't get the next time. So, let's see if we get human this time. Oh no! I got a hill dwarf. So we got a hill dwarf. Leave the lid off. That way I don't accidentally forget which ones I've already done. Hill dwarf. What kind of class would be fun to go with a hill dwarf? You want to be a barbarian or something. Yep, saw that. I was pulling 2 out and I saw it and I had a choice and I wasn't going to make that choice. Are you One Piece? You are? What are you? Alright, well, guess we can get that out of the way. Hill Dwarf Fighter. It's not too bad, that could be worse. I'm expecting some weird ones to come out of this at some point. So Hill Dwarf Fighter, that happens to be, get that down there and come here. Speak of the devil. A Charlatan Hill Dwarf Fighter. Alright, well, I will meet you over at the character sheet where we will throw this bad boy together. And I am not an artist, so don't expect drawings, but if I ever get ballsy, I will go ahead and make a drawing for these guys. Anyway, let's do this. Alright, so we're back as I get away from the camera. Jeez, started my recording way too close. Anyway, we've gone ahead and filled out all of our fun little stuff. So have a level 1 fighter, a hill dwarf, me, and our background. We will worry about our alignment later. That will be... I still haven't actually figured out how we're determining that, so we're doing that one on the fly. I couldn't find a way that I completely enjoyed. But anyway, I wrote down, took some notes, just to make sure that I got all of the book stuff taken care of beforehand. Well, at least all the stuff involving my race. Being a hill dwarf is hard. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get our ability scores, which is 4d6. So, for anyone who's never done this, I'm going to try to go through in a way that people can follow along if they've not made a character before, if it's been a while, or, what have you. Why is these boxed in? Blueness. Anyway. So we got our 4d6. I'm going ahead and doing the roll the dice method of finding scores because, hey, this is completely random. We're not trying to make a balanced character. We're trying to make the most fun character. So if I get all 1s for everything, move aside, piggy, then things will be interesting. I will have Derpy the Dwarf, and he will derp all over the place, even though he's a charlatan. Alright, well, let's see. Strength. And take the lowest away, so we got 4, 8, 14. 14 for strength, that's nothing. Boop. We will come back to that in a minute. Dexterity. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will find some way for you guys to see this in the future because I feel like it'd be more fun if you can see the dice being rolled. Let's use my mouse pad. That's a little bit easier to do. Take the lowest. 4, 8, 14. 2 4s and a 6. So far, Derpy the Dwarf isn't so derpy. That's not his name, by the way. We're not calling him Derpy the Dwarf. That'd be a terrible name for a dwarf. Alright, well. Oh, I should be writing these down, huh? I don't want these in here yet. I don't know what this dwarf's gonna be. Oh, wait. No, this is part of it. Yep, this is how we're doing this. Oh, gosh. We're going down the line. Oh, I don't know if I like this. 4, 8, 13. Oh, gosh. He's great, and then he's just stupid. What's his charisma gonna end up being? Let's see. 9, 10. Well, not the best charisma. Alright, well, let's add our modifiers to all this. Alright, so I got all my scores taken care of. If I don't, highlight the whole screen again. And again, if some of you are slightly confused about what just happened and why I was like, oh crap. Normally you roll your scores and then you pick where they go. I rolled, put it there, rolled, put it there. That's how we're going to do this. We're going to make this the most random character ever. So for us, for a fighter, this actually worked out very well. Except for the intelligence, but he's not that smart. He doesn't need to be. He's a fighter dwarf. Excuse me. Anywho, so a couple fun little things about dwarves. The first one that I remember is they get +2 to their constitution. Am I not correct? Yes, they do. +2 to constitution. So that 14 is now a 16. Yeah, this guy's beefy. He should be called Beefcake the Dwarf. He's a hill dwarf, so he actually gets +1 wisdom, which is also nice. I think that means we are in that next tier for the +2. Cool. That works. Rest of this I don't think we care about. And yep, there it is. So let's go ahead and get our hit points. So that requires me to go over to the fighter section. So he gets, as a fighter, 1d10 per fighter level, or 10 plus your constitution modifier. For the sake of randomness, I think I should do the 1d10. Huh. I've never rolled a d10 in my life. That tells you something right here. So let's see, 1d10 per fighter level. So boop, I got a 2. Huh. Well, do I still get the plus my constitution modifier? Yes, I believe I do. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's fine. I'll take it. But according to what I know, and I do accept corrections, I'm newer at this. 2, 3, his HP is currently 5. Oh, that's bad. Current hit points 5. There you go. No armor class yet, but let's see. We are proficient in what? Pray tell. Fighters, I'm assuming. Yeah, strength and constitution are my saving throws. So get my proficiency bonus. So I get not just +2, but +4. Not just +3, but +5. And then the rest of these are pretty straightforward. Derp. Got that. No inspiration. We'll worry about the alignment and name in a minute. Just gonna get these out of the way. His speed's 25. He's a dwarf. We don't care about that. Vision. I believe he has 60 meters because he is a dwarfy dude with night vision. Dark vision. Sorry about that. 60 feet. So there we go. And 25 probably. Gotta put those numbers in there. The only other things, though, I think before I completely confirm everything is good, my hit point maximum increases by 1. Oh, okay, so my hit point is not 5, it's 6 because Dwarven, what is this called? No, just, yeah, Dwarven Toughness. So I'm probably going to put that down here at some point. Yeah, I'll just pop it in here. That way it's understood later on. I will do that here after we get some of this cleaned up, and then I'll probably just cut away, throw it in, and be like, okay, working on the backstory, and you'll never know what happened. So we got 1 D10, and I believe it's 1. Yeah, 1 D10, and then 1. Also, actually, yes, if someone could explain to me in the description below how hit dice work completely, that would be great. I'm not the best with hit dice. I've been looking up things about it. I can't figure out how hit dice work. I normally just go off of whatever number they give me and then add to it. So that's what I assume that is. So no, I'm not perfect. Tell me things and I can become perfect. I can rise. Anyway. Oh, right. We are a charlatan. I forgot all about that little feature. So as a charlatan, we get a certain amount of bonuses as well. All right, that's going to be fun. Charlatan. You are deeper in the book. Alright, charlatans. What do they get for fun and games? Skill proficiencies in deception and sleight of hand. This is already just one weird little fighter dwarf. Deception, sleight of hand. What else do we get? We get proficiency in disguise kits and forgery kits. Wow. Kit slash forgery kit. Forgery kit. Yep, that one. That's a thing. So disguise kits and forgery kits. And equipment. We get a nice little bundle of equipment. Let's go ahead and throw it down here real quick. We get... Yeah, let's put it here. Yeah, I'll have to reorganize this a little bit. But fine clothes. That's nice. What else do we get? Disguise kit. Oh, this is going to be such a weird dwarf. Tools of the con of your choice. So 10 stoppered bottles filled with colored liquid, a set of weighted dice, a deck of marked cards, or a signet ring of an imaginary duke. Heh. I'm going with the signet ring of Duke Figilzwitz. He's real to him. He's real to our dwarf. Signet ring of Duke Figilzwitz. And then a pouch containing 15 gold pieces. That's nice. 15 GP. Badoop. So as far as I know, so far we've got 0, 0, 0, 0. And here's why I'm not. I'm gonna go with the equipment they give me. That way I don't have to deal with how do I pick out equipment. Just gonna go with what they give me. And then pouch. That's important enough. So cool. We got our charlatan stuff taken care of. Signet ring of Duke Figilzwitz. That's gonna go into his thing. Now here's the thing. Intelligence means knowledge about the world. Does that mean my dwarf is crazy? Or does he have to have a wisdom for that? You know what? We'll make it work. We will make it work with whatever he wants to do. Alright, so fighter stuff. Fighters get some good, fun, interesting things. And no, he's not going to become an Eldritch Knight. That ain't happening. Alright, so I went ahead and threw a whole bunch of stuff in here at this point. So I went ahead and got all the proficiencies he has. So, again, this is just the weirdest little dwarf I've ever seen. He has a disguise, or he can use a disguise or forgery kit, but I don't think he gets any of those. Proficient in all armor types. He can use whatever weapon he wants, basically. Knows Dwarvish and Common. This is the equipment he ended up with, just by looking at what his options were. I didn't think he was going to be an archer, so I was like, well, he can wield 2 martial weapons, and he likes warhammers, so he has 2 warhammers, 2 hand axes, and he could either have an engineer, explorer's pack, or a dungeoneer's pack. So he got the dungeoneer's pack, because that has a hammer and a crowbar and a whole bunch of more fun stuff. And this guy's slightly crazy, and he's 285 years old. We've got this old crazy dwarf. That's what this guy is. With this crazy signet ring of Duke Figilzwitz. So there you go. Also went ahead and put the rest of his features down here. So the combat training, he's proficient with the various axes and hammer things. He has saving throws against poison, which is nice. Hit point increases per 1 per level because he's a hill dwarf. And then that good old dark vision. And then finally his armor class is 16 because chainmail, he can have that because he is a fighter. Now, the fighting style, you can actually pick a fighting style with this. I've never made a fighter before, so this is kind of cool. Well, let's go ahead and roll. There's 6 options. They're alphabetical order. I will see what he ends up with, except for archery. 5. He is protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield. Well, doesn't that just come with a whole pile of bum? Yes, it does. Alright, well he has 1 warhammer and a shield. Because otherwise this don't work very well. 1 warhammer and shield. Well, that gives him, I guess, +2 to his armor class, so boom, he's 18. And yeah, protection style. So there we go. Oh, this guy's interesting. Let's see, he's got his deception and sleight of hand as being a fighter. The rest of the things he can get is either, let's see, acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, and survival. Well, ain't that fun. So, the question is, should we actually base this off of what he's got? And the answer is probably yes. Are there any that are constitution based? Of course not. There's a strength one though. He's pretty strong. He's beefy. He's a little beefcake. History, insight, intimidation. So he's not intelligent, so I'm going to keep him away from all those. I want to say he's got survival because he's old enough. And probably animal handling because I don't see this guy being that acrobatic. He's pretty old, so while he's strong, I don't see him being very athletic. But I can see him using that animal handling. Cool. Why does he have deception and sleight of hand? What is he going to do with any of this? That's the real question. What is he going to do with deception and sleight of hand? In fact, his deception's so bad that he only gets +2. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, he also, 6 hit points. All the rest, that's all lined up and good to go. So let's see what at least what he's proficient in turns into. He gets +4 there, +3 for that, and +4 for survival. So that's not bad. At least he's got that going for him. All right, let's go ahead and get our alignment done. I gotta see if this guy's a crazy old man or a maliciously crazy old man. So the way I'm gonna do this is this. First, we gotta figure out if he's lawful or chaotic. I know dwarves are naturally lawful, but whatever. This guy's gonna be whatever he feels like. So 1 and 2 are the lawful, 3 and 4 are the neutral, 5 and 6 are chaotic. So I swear if I get a chaotic evil hill dwarf, I'm gonna have to have a reason for it. Well, he's chaotic. Got that part done. Chaotic. And same thing, 1 or 2 is good, 3 or 4 is neutral, and 5 and 6 is evil. Please don't be evil. Chaotic neutral. Or, no, chaotic, sorry. 3 is, let me see, doop. Gotta get my lines up. Boop-a-doop, he landed on that one. He got that. Yeah, chaotic neutral, okay. Had to make sure I got that right. He's a chaotic neutral dwarf. Yeah, I could see that. He's this crazy old man dwarf that's just stumbling around. Why is he a charlatan though? That's the thing that I gotta figure out. Why in the world did this guy? What? Why? You have no charisma whatsoever, at least that I care about. So, okay. Oh, he also gets another little perk because he's a charlatan. He gets a false identity as... well, maybe he could be. You know what? He's old enough. I think he is Duke Figilzwitz. That's even better. And the best part is, it's his false identity. He's been living with it for so long that he actually kind of thinks he is that. So, let's put that into his backstory. He thinks he's Duke Figilzwitz, so, okay. So, I can create secondary documentation, establish acquaintances, and disguise as delight to assume that persona. Additionally, you can forge documents including official papers and personal letters, As long as you have seen an example of the kind of document or handwriting you are trying to copy. Well, in this magical made-up kingdom of his, which is probably a ruined kingdom anyway, he can make up whatever he wants, frankly. He just has to be able to convince people that it's right. What is his persuasion, though? That's just that he doesn't get any persuasion. Oh, he gets it with charisma. Well, ain't that just a little pile of poo? Does he get anything else? No. No. Okay, well, no one said he was a very convincing charlatan. So let's go ahead and give him the 0. I'm not giving him any bonuses to that. -1. He doesn't keep up with any of this. +1. Yeah, let's go ahead and make that part of his identity here. Believes he is the real Duke. I'm gonna put this in quotes. Duke Figilzwitz. I'm gonna have to canonize a form of spelling that. However, this was really just a cover that he had, but in his old age and with the amount of time he has been with this I'll just say false identity, just for clarification's sake. He truly believes, if I can spell truly right, he is Duke Figs. That's gonna be his name, Duke Figs. I'm gonna shorten it for now for my own sake. Figs. And he is old enough. He is old enough that most younger races tend to not question him. So there you go. That's part of this whole thing. He's this dwarf fighter guy that believes he's Duke Figilzwitz. Yeah, I don't know where he's gonna go with that, but he's chaotic neutral. He just does what he wants. I like it. So what's his name? His name isn't Duke Figilzwitz. That's not his real name. He just thinks it is. I'm gonna have to come back to that. I think that'll have to be the last thing I do is figure out the name. I'm not gonna worry about the attacks and spellcasting just yet. I think in the future videos, I'll go ahead and throw all those on here and probably get most of this sorted out before I get through here. But at the same time, I can't really sort some of these out until I know what I am. Like, for example, the protection fighting style. But he gets a false identity. Suggested characteristics. Yeah, that's something to figure out. So let's go ahead and get this guy's bonds, flaws, and ideals. So they do have a way you can roll for these. And let's see if I can find one that I just like. Because I'm like, you don't have to roll for him. So let's see, his personality traits. Well, easily. Has a joke for every occasion, especially in cases where humor is inappropriate. That sounds like fun, we can make that. Born gambler, no. Flattery is my preferred trick for going out, no. I lie about almost everything, even when there's no reason to. That sounds like fun. I might give him 2 of these, just for kicks and giggles. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. Has joke for every... Well, if I have to pick one. Yeah, let's do that. Lie about... Wow. That's what happens when you're not in the home row keys. Lie about almost everything, even when unnecessary. Because he truly believes he's a duke. Just FYI, that's why this is his personality trait, because he actually believes this. Oh, this is great. I like this guy already. Unnecessary. Boom. Alright, ideals. Independence, fairness, charity, creativity, friendship, aspiration. Could make it aspiration because maybe that's why he created this false identity. That could be a thing. See him being independent. I'm a free spirit. No one tells me what to do. He is chaotic. It would work. Never run the same con twice. Well, as a charlatan, he's a very... I don't know. He's got this ruse going. And like I said, he just happens to be so old that everyone believes him. Except for elves. Elves don't believe him because they're like, what the crap are you talking about? So that could be fun. That could be a problem eventually. See, material goods can go. Extreme money, you're not charitable. You don't do fairness. Creativity is not your thing. Friendship you don't care about. I'm going with aspiration. Aspiration. Determined to make something of myself. Because, hence becoming a random dupe that he now believes he is. So let's see what his bond is. Fleece the wrong person, must work to ensure the individual never crosses paths with me or those I care about. No. Everything mentor? No. No, even though I like that one. Somewhere out there I have a child who doesn't know me. No. I come from a noble family. One day I'll reclaim my lands and titles from those who stole from me. So here's the question. Do I make his bond what he really is, or do I make it what he really thinks? Powerful person killed someone last Sunday. I shall see him. Why did he don this in the first place? Because he wanted to be a duke. He really wanted the perks of the higher life. That sounds like a good thing to do. I think that's... Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the noble family one. Because even if he doesn't believe that, he probably has twisted himself in such a way where he actually thinks that's true. Where he's like, yes, no, I actually did lose all this. I was like, no, you didn't. Noble family. And one day will reclaim my lands and titles from those who stole them from me. The question is, does he have anyone he particularly hates and or racist against? Because that would be interesting. Let's see. Flaw number 1. Can't resist the pretty face. He doesn't care he's old. Always in debt. Potentially. I've spent my ill-gotten gains on decadent luxuries faster than I bring them in. That could be a good one. He's just this duke everyone thinks is just always down on his luck because he's terrible with money. Really, he's just never been a duke. Convinced that no one could ever fool me the way I fool others. No. Too greedy for my own good. Yeah. Can't risk swindling people who are more powerful than me. Hate to admit it, and I will hate myself for it, but I'll run to preserve my own hide if the going gets tough. I mean, he's a fighter. That doesn't sound like fun. His actual persona is a fighter, so I don't like that one. I think his major flaw actually will be... You know, I'm going to make up my own for this one. Unable to accept... I'd say unable to accept old life, almost. Because that seems like more closer to what he probably would be. Also, he has no alliances and organizations at this point, so there you go. Actually, yes, he's probably part of some, like, noble crew because he convinced them that he's good. He's good to go. You know what? Yeah, unable to accept previous life and choices, leading to losing himself in his current life. Ignores reality. There we go. Ignores reality. So this is our fun little dwarf. I don't have any fun names or anything like that for his stuff as of yet. I'll go ahead and finish filling these out and then show that off at the end of the video here. But I think for now, I think we just need to continue fleshing out his backstory. Let's see. Real persona is as an... That's not bad, actually. As a survivor of an abandoned and abandoned mine of indeterminate values. Rope return survivor of an abandoned mine. Mining kingdom whose inhabitants have been destroyed and forgotten from present memory, even from most dwarves. So I'm thinking the reason they were destroyed is because something happened, probably not kosher, and that is why this guy is the way he is. That's a good way to put that, actually. Represent a survivor of an abandoned mining kingdom whose inhabitants have been destroyed and forgotten from present memory, even for most dwarves. As the kingdom brought, or as the kingdom was considered to have was considered to have brought its fate upon itself. There, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. So the real trick is his real identity, which again, even he has kind of forgotten. Assumedly, he was just a dwarf fighter back in the day. He wielded his hammer. He was probably younger. He might have been even up for some form of promotion. I'm not sure at this present time. Yeah, I'll make sure I put that in there. I'll do this. Former Royal Guard. I can even put him cap. No, I feel like he'd be younger during that time, but old enough to wield a thing. Former member, or former fighter for the Dwarven Kingdom. So, I guess that begs the question, is he faking it or not? Well, the thing is, yes he is. Did he make up the emblem? He could have. But at this point, I want to say it's actually so forgotten in history that he's just able to get away with it. He has this emblem, but it's not really well known to anyone. In fact, after like whatever incident happened, most people got rid of everything. That's why no one remembers it, because they all just wanted to block it out. So he needs a name. And I'm not really good with names, especially dwarf names, because how do you name a dwarf besides naming him something funky? Now that's something. Let's do that. Figilzwitz. Witzminer. Figilzwitz Witzminer. That's his name. That's how he comes up with the name Duke Figilzwitz. Again, by this point, he's so old, he actually believes it's true. But at the same time, I don't think he wants to remember his former life. It wasn't that great. So I'm going to leave that one there. I think next time I'll go ahead and throw a symbol together. I don't, like I said, I don't have anything for really his appearance or anything. And nothing yet for organizations. This guy's new, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. But again, next time, we won't have a dwarf charlatan that happens to be a fighter. We're going to have whoever else comes out of the jars. But thank y'all for watching, and make sure you let me know if there's anything else you would like to see here or things that you don't care to see. Because, like I said, a lot of this I'm just going to kind of throw on, you know, while the camera rolls and then just cut it out. So that way you don't have to see me sit here looking up, you know, what's he proficient in? What's his languages? I'll just go ahead and throw it on there and rattle it off. I think the big thing is I like to emphasize the traits that he can get. And for now, I'm just going to use some of the ones the book has, unless I don't like them, like the Charlatan flaws. I don't care for them. But I think the big thing is just making a character that, even if this isn't a player character, this could be just an NPC in the game that can turn out to be really cool. So anyway, make sure you let me know. I will be changing a couple things. I'll probably go ahead and find a better way to randomize the equipment, not the equipment, get some of these proficiencies I get. And again, also off camera, I would probably put in these. But for this time, we'll leave it as is and just see what you guys think. But again, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Again, thanks for watching. We know this is a little bit of a longer video, but it's a new series. We're still working out some of the kinks. But be sure to leave suggestions down below for this series and any future series you would like to see. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.